Alright boys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the top perk choices for the Steward perk tree. They're right here, right over here. If you want to end the video right here, there they are. This is all of them. No clickbait, no nothing. This is my top choices. Now if you want to stay for the longer video, I'm going to be going over why they are my top choices, the reasoning, and also the situational picks, which, you know, sometimes differ based on your gameplay. I've already done videos for riding, scouting, roguery, leadership, and charm. Those are all on my channel. Also, the first link down below will be a playlist to all of these that I've done so far. I'm going to do all these. I do them kind of periodically, you know, and just space them out a little bit so people can, you know, take their time, watch them, enjoy them, and then move on to the next one. But today we're gonna be going over Steward. All right, so without further ado, let's do it. By the way, I'm super hyped. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if you guys have seen CS:GO 2 is coming out soon. I don't know if you guys know. Listen, I come from Ukraine. I'm a Slavic person. All right, Counter-Strike goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? In that part of the world, you know what I mean? And just the fact that we were getting a new Counter-Strike is absolutely crazy. Sorry, that has nothing to do with this video or this game, but I'm excited. Yeah, you might see some content from that game when it comes out. I'm just letting you know. It is what it is. All right, let's move on. There's somebody with a loud truck. You hear him? There it is. All right, let's get it. All right, so first one. By the way, Steward, if you didn't know, you get Steward literally just by playing the game, really. Like, as you can see, party morale from food variety. So as you buy food, more food you have in your inventory, more food that you get from just even you know, defeating a party, you're gonna get different types of food from them, from raiding, all that stuff. And obviously, if you are to improve your settlement later in the game, when you have a town or a castle, that also improves your Steward. But your Steward always goes up just by playing the game, really. And obviously, based on your I think it's like, what is it? I don't want to get the number wrong. Let me get my calculator out real quick. Scoop. There it is. So just so I don't give you guys the wrong number, I already did the math before in a different video. There it is. So every 4 levels of Steward, you get 1+ to your party size for, you know, so every 4 levels you get +1 party size. That's the best way to put it. And then obviously at 300, you'll get +75. All right, let's get to it. So first option we have is Frugal versus Warrior's Diet. So let's go over Frugal. -5% wages to your party, -50% recruitment costs, versus -10% food consumption, 10% food consumption to your party. No morale penalty for having a single type of food. All right, so you know how I feel about morality. I think it's very easy to actually get your morality up and to keep it up. I don't think this is strong enough. In food consumption, -10%. If it was like -30%, maybe, but then again, it's only a 25 level skill. -5% wages is amazing, especially early on, and even towards the late game. Your wages are always a big burden to carry. -5% on top of that is great. And obviously, you're going to recruit so many troops as you play the game. -15% for just recruiting troops is, again, crazy. Really good. A lot of money you're going to save just from the start of the game. Next, Drill Sergeant versus 7 Veterans. So first one, we have +2 daily experience to all troops. I'm not going over the Governor perk because obviously you can't have that as your main character. Your companions can if you make them Governor, but you know, it is what it is. Versus +4 daily experience for Tier 4 plus troops in your party. I always like doing the the smaller daily experience for all troops than the other one, because guess what? I think it's better. I think personally it's a lot better. Sometimes you need just that extra push for some of your troops to get to the next tier. And as you go through the game, yes, kind of towards the later game, you'll have a lot more troops that are higher level. But at the same time, there's a lot of times where you'll have to reset and get a lot of low tier troops. And or your army might be, you know, literally down the middle of just low tier and high tier troops. So therefore, I think this one is a lot better. So Drill Sergeant is my pick. Next, we have a Stiff Upper Lip versus Sweatshops. So Stiff Upper Lip, -10% food consumption in your party while it's part of an army, versus +20% production rate to owned workshops, and +20% siege engine build rate to your party. I chose Sweatshops because, again, this one 10% food consumption while in an army. Again, it's very... obviously, you're going to be parts of an army, but minus 10%, again, if they made it like minus 30%, yes. Minus 10%, weak. This one, 20% production rate to owned workshops. That pretty much means you're going to make a little bit more money. That's not why I picked this. I think the second choice is way better. The 20% siege engine build rate for your party is really good. Really, really good. Makes you build your siege faster. Makes you kind of, get your siege done a lot quicker. I think it's really good. So that's why I chose sweatshops. Next we have is efficient campaign. Listen, that's a hard word for me to pronounce. I don't want to hear it. Someone told me to learn how to read in my comments. Hey, man. That's a little bit rude, all right? Listen, it is what it is, all right? I liked your comment, by the way. I like that, you know what I mean? I like that aggressiveness, you know what I mean? But don't come at me like that ever again, all right? Listen. We have that one versus paid in promise. So the first one is +1 extra food for each food taken during the village race for your party, okay? And also minus 25% troop wages in your party while you're part of an army versus minus 25% companion wages and recruitment fees. Discarded armors are donated to troops for increased experience. I picked the paid in promise just, by the way, both these are great choices, but I love the feature of whenever you don't actually, when you win a battle and you don't want to actually take all the loot, you can just transfer it to experience. I think it is a great ability to have. Plus the 25% companion wages on top of that is great. I think someone is mowing the lawn outside. It is what it is. Listen, I live in an apartment complex. These guys come out. I don't know what they be mowing. They mow like 3 times a day. Listen, hey, you know what I mean? Do your job, I guess. Get your money. But listen, we got this. I chose paid in promise because the ability to discard your armors is insane, immense, and it's really good, especially late game when you really don't need the money, but you need to get your experience up very, very quickly. You guys are gonna have to just deal with it. Listen, I'm recording it now. It is what it is. And then the 25% companion wages and recruitment fees is really good. This also works for, whenever they go into their own party to do their own party, they will have that minus 25%. So you're going to save a lot of money, especially late game. Next is Giving Hands versus Logistician. There it is. So Giving Hands, discarded weapons are donated. So this is kind of the same thing as the other one, paid in promise. So now if you get both of them, both your armors and weapons will count. So that's pretty much why I picked it. It's just for that ability. But we're gonna go over this one, which is +4 party morale when number of mounts is greater than the number of foot troops in your party. That's cool and all, but again, having the ability for your weapons that you might not need, especially late game, to be donated for your troops for experience is insane. So I think these two abilities, they beat it no matter how good the other perks are. These two are great. Paid in promise and Giving Hands. Now, Aid Corps versus relocation. So Aid Corps, wounded troops in your party are no longer paid wages, which is kind of messed up. Well, let's be honest. Versus plus 25% influence gained from donating troops. You're gonna have a lot more wounded troops in your party than you are going to donate troops. Wounded troops are gonna happen as you just play the game. Donating troops is something that you have to go and do. If it was plus like 40% influence, maybe. But then again, this one's going to save you a lot more money. So Aid Corps is the way to go. Next we have is Gourmet versus Sound Reserves. So first one, double the morale bonus from having a diverse food in your party versus minus 10% troop upgrade costs and minus 10% food consumption during sieges in your party. Again, the morale, I don't think it's worth enough. Even though it's double, I still don't think it's worth it. I think that maybe like if the devs decided to like do a huge overwork on how morale worked and made it so much harder to get morale, then these options would be kind of more competitive, but it's there's no competition here. Minus 10% for your troop upgrade cost. You're going to be upgrading so many troops as you play the game. It's a huge money saver. And minus 10% food consumption during sieges is also very good because also whenever you're in an army and whenever you're in a siege, obviously when you have an army, if you have the most food, what's going to happen is the other parties in your army are going to start sharing your food, and every time they take some food from you, you will gain influence back. So if you have a huge supply of food and also your party doesn't take much food, that's a lot more influence that's going to come back to you. So sound reserves, obviously the easy choice. Next, contractors versus forced labor. So contractors, minus 25% wages and upgrade cost of mercenary troops in your party. Mercenary troops are the ones that you get from the tavern in towns. And then versus prisoners in your party provide carry capacities as if they were standard troops. This one is a toss-up. If you do get a lot of mercenaries, then obviously pick the first one. But like how I play, I usually always have prisoners that I have in my party, kind of just just in case they want to join me, or or if I want to sell them to the taverns, you know what I mean, in the towns. So this one's a lot better, more carry capacity, more stuff I can carry, more loot I can carry. I like to raid a lot, so again, this works for me. But again, if you do get a lot of mercenary troops, I don't really get them. They're kind of expensive, but some of them are kind of good. So if that's what you do, well then this is probably the choice for you if you want to save money. Next, Orenikos horses versus Orenikos mules. All right. We have plus 10 carry capacity for troops in your party. Minus 20% trade penalty for trading mounts. Mounts are any horse that is not I think horse or camel. Yeah, there's a little bit of camels there, but then not too much. But mostly horses, which you're going to encounter, that you can actually ride. Not ones that provide you like 100% inventory capacity. Those are pack animals. Okay. Versus plus 20% carrying for pack animals in your party, and then minus 20% trade penalty for trading pack animals. I chose this one, the mules, because plus 20% carrying for pack animals. That makes it so every pack animal that you get, every mule, every sumpter horse, I think there's pack camels too as well, if I'm not mistaken. But all of those, instead of providing you 100 inventory space, now they provide you 120 inventory space, which is so much better than how much a troop provides you. Troops don't provide you as much as obviously a pack animal, because pack animals are made to do that. So it's way bigger of a bonus. And then the trade penalty, I would say the horses one is better because mounts, they go for a lot more. But at the same time, if we're being honest with you, at level 225, you already probably have a good stash of money, and the carry capacity is worth a lot more. The carry capacity bonus is worth a lot more than trading mounts and stuff like that, in my opinion. Next, we have Master of Planning versus Master of Warcraft. So Master of Planning, minus 40% food consumption while your party is in a siege camp. Plus 20% effectiveness to continuous projects in your governed settlement. Oh, actually, no, that's a governor perk. My bad. Versus minus 25% wages, troop wages while your party is in a siege camp. Again, this one is a toss-up. I'll be honest with you. I was kind of wanting to pick this one because minus 40% food consumption while your party is in a siege camp is actually pretty huge. And also, if you get this one on top of that, where is it? Right over here. You really are, your troops are really out here starving, but still surviving while they are in a siege camp. And you will kind of, make a lot of influence from sharing your food to the other parties in that army. But I still chose this one because minus 25% troop wages, it's a lot of money you're going to save, especially at level 250. You probably have a lot of troop wages that you have to pay, especially if they're very high level troops, which at level 250, they're probably, you probably have a good amount of troops that are super high level, tier 5, tier 6 even. So minus 25% troop wages is pretty good. You'll save a good chunk of money, I'll be honest with you. And then the last one, that's why I picked, by the way, the Master of Warcraft. But again, this is a toss-up. This is a toss-up. You know what I mean? On some days, I probably would pick the planning one. I'll be honest with you. And then Price of Loyalty, it's the best option because it's the only option. Minus 0.5% to food consumption, wages, and combat-related morale loss for each Steward perk above 200 in your party, which is insane. But obviously, it is a level 275 perk. But that'll do it for me. Those are my choices right over here. Look at them, observe them, learn by them, or you can make your own choices. It's up to you, man. You don't got to follow everything I say. You know what I mean? It's just my recommendations. You know what I mean? But that's going to do it for me. That's going to do it from the guy that's mowing the lawn, and I'll see you guys in the next one.